From Marketing Food Online, and in this video I'm actually answering a subscriber question about how to create a case pack of product for retail stores and what is the best way to do that. Is there a set quantity that makes any difference, or should you sell it how you want to and let the retailer buy it? So I'm going to jump into that question right now. Back. It is Damien from Marketing Food Online, and if this is the first time you are viewing a video on Marketing Food Online, welcome to my channel. We have all kinds of fantastic videos, over 600, to help you get your food business and food product on the market and in the marketplace. So if you are not subscribed, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. So I'm going to hop into this one particular question, which actually is a great question from one of my subscribers. He is in the process, and I'm looking down at the question now, in the process of putting together a product for a retail store, but he actually got some advice from someone else that was in regards to what would be the best way to pack a case pack. How much, when you create a food product and you want to approach a retail store, they're going to want to know, how are you actually putting it in the case pack? Is it 6? Is it 12, 24? Basically the quantity of the case pack, and does it even make any difference? So here's my advice, because I've actually been down this road on both sides when I worked for the retailer, when I worked with vendors, and then now that I was a vendor selling to retailers. So he got some advice and mentioned that the advice he got was either 6 or 12 count in a case pack would be better. This particular product that he was actually making creates a 20 count, 20 products that he puts from the batch, and he wants to know if that you can put that in a case pack. I would say yes. Yes, you can. You can actually pack it however the ways that you wish to do it. But with that yes being said, let me explain a little bit of something you may want to think about. When you first start your food business and you've got a food product and you're just trying to get it into the marketplace, any opportunity that comes your way in regards to working with a local retailer, locally within probably within your city or your county or wherever you may be, even your state, but once you get an opportunity to work with them, you need to be a little bit flexible as far as how much they're willing to take on when they first bring a new product in the store. You have to understand it from the perspective of the retailer. When they bring a new product in, they're really not sure if it's going to sell or not. And they're not going to want to bring in several hundred units in just one singular store. They may want to bring in just a couple of cases and they want to try it out. The reason why I know this works is actually because I had to be really flexible with the company that took us on board and then started to sell our candy brittles in their store, because some of the flavors that we were making were not just peanut brittle and standard almond brittle, walnut brittle. They had a lot of different flavor profiles and they were really unique, so they didn't know for sure if it was going to go over well with their customers. So they asked us, hey, I was actually packing them at the time. We were doing 24 bags per case, basically 2 dozen. Per case for each flavor, and we had like 5 or 6 flavors, so that's a lot of product. So they actually brought us down to about a dozen. They only wanted to do 12 in a case pack, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to push it on you. I'm not going to say no to the opportunity just because I don't want to adjust my case pack. I would say be flexible. Down the road, as the stores begin to sell product and they order more of it, it simply makes sense to go ahead and start doing it in 24 pack or even 48 in a case pack. You can increase it over time, but if a store asks you specifically for a set amount, or they say, you know what, I love the product and I see that you offer it in a 20 pack, can we start off with maybe a dozen as opposed to just doing 20, and we'll take a couple of different flavors? So little by little, in increments, little by little, that's the way they'll introduce a product to their store. So keep that in mind. Being very flexible is a big benefit for you. Don't get so locked in a rut or stuck in a rut that you have to tell them, look, I make a batch of 20 and you got to take 20. That's how I pack it. You really don't necessarily want to come across that way. So you want to definitely say, look, you let me know what you can work with. If 20 is too many, let's go to about a dozen. Of course, you don't want to go down pretty much to 6 or anything less than that. I wouldn't do that, because what's going to happen is that you're going to be putting a lot of work in the batches. And if you've got excess inventory from the batch and you're only selling 6 at a case pack, that's going to be more or less a waste for you, and you're not going to be making enough profit to actually merit spending the time making it. Let's say it took you 2 hours to create a product and they're only going to take 6 of them at a time. then you probably need to find another retail store or somebody else to do business with, because it's not going to be beneficial for you. keep in mind, you're in business to make a profit for yourself, not for the retailer. But you do have to be a little bit flexible at first, get your foot in the door, and then increase those case packs. So I hope that helps you out. I wanted to answer that super quick and get that in tonight. It is pretty late. It's almost midnight where I am, and I wanted to make the video really quick. So if that was helpful for you, if you got any questions on case packs or how to create a wholesale packaging for your product for retail, let me know down below, and I'll definitely get to it. I know you guys have a ton of questions, and I'm trying to get to them as soon as possible, and I'll see you guys on the next video.